During the course of the Bell scandal, it came out that there was a police chief who was employed in a city in my district, and the city in my district had paid him a very modest salary. It was a salary that was commensurate with his experience. He had worked previously in cities in Mr. Smythe's district. He had worked in Simi Valley and Ventura and some other cities in Mr. Smythe's district, and all those cities had been very cautious to pay him a modest salary and to put that money aside in their respective funds for his retirement. He was making somewhere above $150,000 a year, which was pretty consistent for a police chief of his seniority. He then got hired by the city of Bell at a salary of close to $500,000 a year. And people say, gee, that is crazy. Those poor taxpayers in Bell who have to pay his $500,000 annual pension. But then it came out that Bell doesn't pay his pension. It's actually the cities that employed him before. If you think about this, I'm not sure how many members of this panel had served in local government before they came here. This is one of the only times where we allow the city council of one city to subject the city council of another city to dramatic costs. This would be like, the city of Santa Rosa saying that, Napa has to pay for its potholes for the next 20 years. I mean, it's really extraordinary, and what it does is it puts a tremendous incentive for cities to offer these huge packages to people who are coming over, as long as they qualify in the pre-IRC guidelines, and a lot of senior employees do. And quite frankly, these are the type of packages that give everybody a bad name. These are given to very, very few people in upper management. They're often for the victory lap, which is a form of pension spiking. And it's for that, someone wants to do one last year in another city at a highly inflated rate, and they can basically stick the previous cities with the cost. So this bill is pretty simple. It just requires that any city that offers an employee greater than a 15% raise, and that's also with cost of living adjustments and things like that factored into it, to pay for the associated differences in pension benefits. This would prevent city councils like Bell's from saddling the taxpayers in other cities with enormous debt. It also has a second component, and that second component would affect how cities participate in other retirement, secondary retirement benefits packages, and it would prevent those cities from participating and offering pension benefits in excess of the federal cap, which is $195,000 for 2010. So I'm happy to entertain questions. I know it sounds more complicated than it is. I assure you we've thought long and hard, and we've worked with everybody who's wanted to come to the table, including the terrific staff of this committee, to make this a workable bill. It actually, I should also note, this bill is a little more precise than it sounds as well. This is a very small group of people who do this. We wanted to do something to make sure that this couldn't happen again without affecting the hardworking men and women in our pension system. I think this bill does just that, and I respectfully ask for a aye vote.